like a lot of basketball players financially and mentally were at a place where they had nowhere to go. And that big three saved a lot of them. I know, it's not our position to say names, but I know a lot of people that then came to me and gave me words that should have been directed to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, man? I'm glad this league here, man. Having real conversations because I done been around. Man, you don't know where I was last week, bro. This 10 racks a week helping me, bro. Baby mama, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got a lot of players might not say it to you, but you saving lives, bro.
Come on, man, you changed.
That's what it's all about too, man. I look at myself as a, I rap, I do movies. But if somebody came to me at 35, 36, it's like, Q, it's over, man. No more records, no more movies. You done. You out the league. Like, how would that make me feel?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you know you still got more in the tank. You know you can out rap all these, youngsters coming up, and you know you can still act, with the best of them. So, that how would that make me feel? And I just have that sympathy for the athletes that we love, we cherish, we cheer, these are our heroes, and we let them down at the end of their career and treat them like they never played the game, man. And it's not no more. You got a home. You can come to the big three. If you still got game, you can make a squad. Come on.
I'm trying to think how to approach this. I was going to go one direction, but I think I'm going to go this one. Sports media sucks. It's not needed. It's terrible. It's a waste of TV time. The reason being is a lot of the stuff that is represented inside this clip. You have two former NBA players, both who at one time had bad reputations in the league because of how real and authentic they were, who probably have the #1 basketball podcast on earth, if not sports podcast at this point. You have a rap legend who is such a fan, and he knows a lot of these dudes, that he decided to start his own 3-on-3 professional league that everybody thought was crazy. And now it has a deal with CBS, it has a deal with Triller, and now he's able to afford to pay these guys $10,000 a week, up to $100,000 for a single summer. Where was ESPN when these athletes needed them? Where was Fox Sports when these athletes needed them? Where was Bleacher Report when these athletes needed them? Where are any of these meme pages that talk crazy about these athletes and what they got on and who's paying whose baby mama what? They're nowhere to be fucking found. You know why? Because they don't care. These are the people that truly care. I'm going to break down what professional basketball players and even college basketball players truly go through. Before y'all start talking crazy about what I know, you should Google me and my basketball background. That way you can have some context before you sound like a dumbass in my comments. So as you're Googling me, before you leave to go Google Dorian Group 82 and look me up on Wikipedia, I need you to hit like before you leave. Hit follow. Hit subscribe. Hit share and click them links. Show hoe ass.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Dorian from Group82University.com, and right here we got Ice Cube talking about why these athletes make $10K a week. So this is how it works in sports. Sports get watched by millions of people. Because sports get watched by millions of people, advertisers want to put their product in front of millions of eyes. So therefore, they're going to pay whatever price the sports league says they need to pay to get in front of those millions of people. And what the leagues do is they charge these companies, corporations, whatever you want to call them, buttload of money, billions of dollars, so they can pay their athletes millions. While you're making money for the team, you are the king of that city. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. And when I was growing up, the highest paid Pacer in the history of the Indiana Pacers franchise was active when I was on the team. And a lot of y'all are going to think, based on my age being born in 1984, I'm talking about Reggie Miller. You would be wrong. I'm talking about Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal is a Naptown legend. Jermaine O'Neal's in the Malice in the Palace. He slid across on one knee and cracked dude and really didn't get jammed up for it. Shout out to him. That's legendary in itself. But if I'm not mistaken, I think J.O. signed for $120 million when he was in Indianapolis playing for us. And J.O. came out of high school, so when he signed that contract, he was probably 25, 26. At that time, Indianapolis was Jermaine O'Neal's city. Peyton Manning was the best athlete in the city. But when you start talking about nightlife and who was extremely involved, not saying Peyton wasn't, you saw J.O. everywhere. When you are the best player on an NBA team, you run that city. James Harden was the best player here in Houston on the Houston Rockets for a long time, so he ran the city. They retired his jersey in strip clubs. He has a club open now. He don't even live here no more, called 13. It's a club/lounge because that's what they do. 13, his jersey number. When J.O. was the number one guy in Indianapolis, guess what he did? He opened a club/lounge called what? 7, his jersey number. Real original. But that's on the top end. That's the big time max guys. What about the guys that are in the bench? What about the guys that are on two-way deals? What about the guys that were playing in the G League? What about the guys that were playing overseas earlier in the year and now they're trying to crack an NBA roster? What about them, right? And even the guys who might have been solidified in the NBA, they might not have been a J.O., they might not have been a James Harden, but, you know, a guy like a P.J. Tucker who's having a great NBA career. But as he gets towards the back end of his career, you know, he's going to have to be a lot more conscious about the decisions he makes, and he makes a lot more financial decisions than he will basketball decisions. And some of these guys get caught in a situation where, although they were on TV all these years, although they played for a big-time college basketball program, although they might have played in the NBA or played overseas and they made money being a professional hooper, they're verified on Instagram, you're seeing the workout videos, they get towards the end of their career and they don't have no money. And it's no fault of their own because it's extremely difficult for you to get good at something else while you're trying to maximize your athletic ability. And the way they play games with these athletes, the way they play games with these pro basketball players, putting you on a team, cutting you for no reason, having you move here, having you get on a plane and go to a G League team you think you're going to be assigned to. As soon as you get off the plane, they fly you back to the original team. It's happened to a lot of people that can talk about this in more detail than I can, but a lot of these dudes don't have money or they got to find a way to supplement their income. So Ice Cube understood that somebody being 34, 35, 36 years old, you're telling them they can't play basketball anymore? You're telling them that their style of basketball isn't entertaining no more? You're telling me we don't want to watch this anymore? We don't want to see our favorite athletes anymore? You're telling me these dudes don't deserve to get paid from basketball anymore? Because the difference between us and athletes is us, we collect royalties. Musicians, I own the publishing on Don't Sleep. I own the royalties on Don't Sleep. I'm going to get paid off of that for the rest of my life. If I'm not mistaken, LeBron's been in, 9 NBA finals? Does he own the royalties to any of those broadcasts? Does LeBron own the royalties to the Cleveland Cavaliers? Does LeBron even own his jersey? And I'm not knocking him. Y'all know I love LeBron. I'm just saying the way the business model is set up for athletes, it's not set up for you to have passive residual income after you retire. So therefore, you have to find ways to supplement your income. And if you still have a skill, you deserve to get compensated for that, which is exactly what Ice Cube did here with the Big 3 League. They get $10,000 a week. If they make it all the way to the championship and win, they can get $100,000 for the summer. That's not a bad deal. You know, a lot of y'all be talking shit about professional athletes because they make money or because they're millionaires or because they're famous. Everybody's not rich. And I can tell you right now, you know, even though I ain't been through it, I can imagine being famous and not having money has to be the worst thing ever. When you see somebody who you know who is famous and they were on TV or they're an athlete, you see them working at a store, you see them coaching at a school, or you see them selling insurance, or they're a realtor now, they're doing that because they're just like you. It just so happened that they were born 6'10". And they maximized their gifts to get a free education, and they were able to get paid for it for a little bit. But even if you got paid $1 million today, if you spent $50,000 a year over the next 20 years, you're going to be broke by year 21. You got to continue to make money no matter what. The money earning train doesn't ever, ever, ever stop, which is why I'm always talking to y'all about getting forever money and building a brand, which is exactly what I've done here at Group 82. If you want to know how to get this forever money and you want to know how to build a brand, you're on Instagram, you click that link up top. You're on YouTube, click that link in the box. Make sure you watch the next video on YouTube. Click them links, but whatever video I have pop up next, you watch that. It helps the algorithm. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
Scroll. 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 Scroll.
Group82University.com.